Shalom, shalom. Welcome to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike, and today is the 11th of March. Time is just flowing by with something in the air. I tell you, sir. Shalom, Sister Patricia. Glad you was able to make it in today, sis. Uh, whew. Yesterday I was, I got an early start yesterday with this job. I think I was up like 4:30. I had to go do a job, stay there all day. But the stuff is simple, but at the same time, what these people got themselves planning is this is some diabolical stuff. I'm noticing that some of these little restaurants, they're up in their game when it comes to the communication. They putting in some expensive stuff. I'm serious when I tell you, brothers, this. But I'm like, wait a minute, this burger, they don't need all of this. But as I sat around, there was a lot of downtime. I kid you not, brothers and sisters. It was a lot of downtime. Shalom, Sister Monica. Sister Monica, yes, I got it. Thanks a lot. And I like the letter now. Truthfully, I like your handwriting. I tell you, I like that handwriting. Um, we what they got going on, brothers and sisters, this is just me from what I'm seeing. Something is happening. I was in Burger King. I'm doing the work in Burger King. I'm hooking up some equipment. But the vast majority of people that was coming in to eat the Burger King were older. I mean older people. I'm talking about in their 60s, 70s, packed. You expect to see young kids, teenagers and things plowing. No. These were older people. And I was just kind of shocked. It was packed. And when it was lunchtime, older people. Mature people still working and everything. There's something that's going on, brothers. Something is happening. Um, some things you just can't put your finger on, but you know it's something that's going on. I'm serious. But it's something in the air. And that's something the Most High, I seriously believe. He's going to let the world know who he's coming for. Since we have all this misunderstanding about who Israel is, we don't have a misunderstanding. The world brought about a misunderstanding. And some of our people has brought about a misunderstanding. But the Most High is about to show you exactly who he is coming for. It's not all of Spain. It is not. The Most High said his people will be least of all people in whatever country that they're in, not that whole country. The Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, not all of them are of Yasharel or Yahudim, if you really want to boil it on down. But since some of our people put out some misinformation, the Most High, he's going to show. Now, he already has it in the scriptures. He has it in the scriptures. You're going to be least of all people. Least of all people. No matter where you go, you're going to be least. They say it's 40. They say now it's 40 million of African Americans. How many Americans are there? 300 million. That's least. That is least. You will be least of all people. So when it gets down to it, I think some of these brothers was doing is going with this chart based upon them finding a wife with long hair, light skin. That's just my assumption. That's just mine. They didn't want the dark skinned, what they so-called nappy hair women. When I say this, that the apple did not fall far from the tree, it didn't. Israel still have that same problem. Same problem. They're going to look for a reason to dibble and dabble outside of the Most High's laws, but yet it still wants to follow certain laws to feed a fetish. Shoot, you tell me, Sister Monica. You tell me. Because I tell you. No, from a biblical standpoint, the Most High say you gonna know my people because of this and that. All right. Let's go with the I just want to talk about this just for a few minutes. The Mexicans. They say that they're the tribe of Ephraim. That's what they say. But ask any one of them. Well, Yahusha said, "Hey, this was going to happen to you." Yeah, granted, you have a lot of Mexicans in prison, but you're gonna see Israel is going to always dominate in prison. They said it's between 70 and 80% of African Americans locked up in prison. And see, that's the thing. This is to have these light-skinned women because they don't want to have a nappy-headed child. I want a baby with good hair. Who told you you had bad hair? Some of these camps still hold on to a slave mentality. Period. You have Afro Latins in Mexico. You got Afro Mexicans. They call them Black Mexicans. That's what they call them. And they speak up to who they are. They'll tell you that they are Black Mexicans. Have you ever seen this documentary about this historian? He does a lot of DNA thing. I forgot that brother, Henry something. And he talked with some Black Mexicans, and they would say, no, our forefathers are from Africa and so and so, so and so. But the Mexicans, they do not like the Black Africans. They can't stand them. The same thing is what happens to them happened to us. The Most High said, I'm going to come for my people. And if these brothers, they going on this, they with this assumption, when Israel left Assyria, they walked all the way to the United States, going up through the Caucasus Mountain, going through Russia and everything, then cross over from Russia to Alaska. Brother, they said that trip by foot is like 14,000 miles. But regardless, the Most High said this. He's coming for his people. And with this spirit that's in the air, this is one time Israel is not shaking in their boots. Concerned a little bit, not shaking, not scared, not fearful. That's one thing we're not entertaining. The world is talking about a recession, or not a recession. What do you call it? Not a recession. Hey, what is the thing called? When the markets go down, it could be recession. We were just talking about it yesterday on Sister E's channel. Good night. Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. Shalom, Sister Pixie Dust. You're right. That Sister Pixie Dust, you're right. They very big upon the Catholic religion. They're very big upon it. But depression. That's it. This is what they're about to. They're running up into it. They're telling you what they're about to do. And at the same time, they're saying that Russia, China, and Iran, they running tests on their equipment. They're saying this is what they're doing. They're getting themselves prepared for war. But it would appear to me now, this is what it appears to me, that no matter which way Trump turns, he got himself in a winning position. If Russia turns out to be that winning ticket, shoot, it would appear now that, hey, he's playing both fields. Whoever wins, I'm in your corner. That's what it seems like to me. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like it's being played out. But one thing about it is this. It ain't scaring us. That's one thing it's not doing. It's not. It is raising concern as to what we need to do. That's one thing I would say. Give me some water. That's the only thing I would say that it's doing. It is raising concern as to what we need to do as a people in light of what's going on. And brothers and sisters, let's not misunderstand this. That we have some things in front of us. One, there's about to be a serious money issue. Two, the Most High already told us it's going to be food shortage. We already know that. He told us. He told us this was going to happen. Three, a beast system exerting more power. We have a lot of things that was told to us that we, truthfully, and I say we, because none one of us, Yahudims, will stand exempt. We should have did a better job at paying attention. Don't get me wrong, the devil brought in a great deal of discontent, strife, jealousy, and all that stuff. He did. But trust and believe, there was some Israelite out there that was yelling, hey, stay on point. Don't let the devil use you. And I seen brothers and sisters come in back in the days when they felt that, hey, this is going off track. Come on back on track. The Most High always have that one person. Hey, I'm noticing them. Hey, come on back over this way. Don't let them draw you out. You know, this is how wolves hunt. Wolves will send a female wolf to draw out another wolf or a dog, just to draw them away, and take them into a trap. And so once these little horny dogs, thinking they gonna mate, get into a particular spot where the other wolves and the alpha wolf has them, they attack. They attack. There are brothers and sisters who's recognizing that. They are recognizing, hey, stay on course. It's a trick. And if you look at that female wolf, if you look harder, you will see the trap. And the same thing is happening. Well, it's still happening, but we can see a whole lot further now. That's what we can do. We're seeing a whole lot further than we once did. A lot of brothers and sisters are staying focused. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. There is concern. There is a concern as to what's going on. You know what? I'm trying to figure out. Did I really? I'm thinking about was it last week? I think I blocked Sister Kamaya Poet. I blocked her by mistake, and I'm trying to see if I went through this thing trying to figure out how to unblock somebody, and I don't know. I just hope that she come in. And if she comes back in, then I'll figure out how to do that stuff. I tell you. Shalom, Sister Hazel. I'm glad you was able to make it in today, sis. And we're gonna talk about that the Goshen Project. That Sister E and what's that other sister? There was another. Well, it's two or three other sisters that's working with her on that project. She may have to rejoin. Okay, I hope that's the case. We'll see. But the point of I was saying, brothers, with this wolf and how they draw you out. That's what's happening. Even amongst Israel, it's happening. It has happened, and it is happening. Like I was speaking earlier about the it is a new panel that she has. Yes, it is. Sister E has. She said she's going to send me the information I was waiting for, but I still have not received it. And so once she send it, brothers, let's look into it. Because if you really want to, I'm gonna tell you this: if you brothers and sisters want to see the Most High's hand at work, if you really want to see His hand at work, it's not that we need to see an angel. I ain't gonna say that. That we need to see an angel coming down out of heaven. He can work His miracles right there in front of you. If you just take a seed, put it in some soil, and do the basic things, and let the Most High do the rest. When you're starting to see that plant grow and things, you're going to give glory to the Most High. Just to see that plant start off like a child, and it started to move, and it get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it started maturing. You're going to give glory to the Most High. You're going to give it. You're going to, at least that's what I do, because it blows my mind. It does. We're at this stage now. We're at a stage where the Most High is about to let you know who His people is, or who they are. Hey, everybody else is claiming to be you. They're about to be embarrassed globally. They're about to be embarrassed. Of course, now you have the supreme being is letting the world know these are my people. You got some people out there already telling the world, and I'm talking about outside of Negroes. They're saying, hey, no, these people are the chosen ones. They are letting it be known. But now, let's not get it twisted now. If you are a Gentile, if you are a Gentile and you married to one of these chosen ones, consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself in a position that can be life-saving. Shalom, Sister Doreen. Consider yourself blessed. That's how you need to be walking with it. As a blessed person. Because, yes, the scriptures do speak about that. Individuals saving their families. And you may be just one. I say maybe because I can't do no judging. I cannot judge. The Most High can. Yeah, now that's one thing he's going to do. He's going to judge. He's going to judge. We have something in the air, brothers. There's a lot of somethings in the air, truthfully. There's a lot of something in the air. You had this World War III. What? It's in the horizon. What can pop it off? I don't know. Shalom, Sister Kathy Jones. I'm glad you was able to make it in, sis. I was gonna give your husband a call once I finish this live. Because today, I'm gonna say you one thing. Today I'm not working. They told me yesterday they didn't have no work. Now the beauty of this is I still get paid. Because I'm still on call. I'm still on call from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm still on call. And so I was wondering, man, I was like, man, would I be able to do the live tomorrow? Because I know I got started early yesterday. And I was unable to, to do the live. But today, no. And all right, okay. Let me take advantage of this. And here we are. Brothers, the world is saying there's about to be a whole lot of people out of work and things of that nature. My encouragement is this. No matter who is out of work, we maintain faith. This is the time where it would appear to me, this is the time where when our forefathers was in Egypt, and it got to a point where the Most High said, no, he's going to make a distinction between his people and my people. Did he not do that? When Egypt got hit with all that darkness, there was light in Goshen. Was it not? The Most High had to show them that these are my people. You are not. What makes you think the Most High is not going to do that again, Israel? Now, this is on a global, from a global standpoint. Now, what he's going to do, that remains to be seen. But when he does, there will be no more guessing. Well, it ain't the fact we guessing. The world just flat out lying when it's all over said and done. That's what the world is doing. It's lying. The Rev 2939 people took up something. They took up a holy name. Listen to me when I say this, Israel. They took up a holy name and damned themselves. That's what they did. They took up a holy name and damned themselves. Did not in the book of Revelation. Yahushua said, they say that they are Jews, but are not, but a synagogue of Satan, because they took up a holy name and claiming to be a people that is not related to him. Matter of fact, they don't even believe in him. But he is the one who condemned them. That's what he did. The scripture also says, do not give what is holy to dogs. Look at the history of those people that's calling themselves Jews. Oh, I didn't mean to say that like that on this channel. Oh my goodness. But that was the only thing we go by is what the scripture says. All of this stuff is in the air. There you go, Sister Monica. And this is to every last one of you. We are the chosen. Period. When it's all over said and done, that's who we are. That's who we are. Shalom, Sister Yvonne Daniels. That's who we are. We are those chosen ones. And within that chosen, there are different groups of chosen ones. But we are all one people. I tell you, imposters. You know what? Let me tell you something on that one, Sister Kathy. That is the worst position to be in as an imposter, claiming to be of a holy seed to the Most High. And when I say holy, I'm talking about holy. You cannot sit up here and play with that, because it leads up to blasphemy. And that's what they led themselves up to. The scribes and the Pharisees, they was very adamant about not being a child of slavery. And Yahushua said, you're correct. But they were of Abraham. They was of the bloodline of Abraham. That's true. They was. But they knew exactly that their bloodline came through Edom. That's what they did. They knew where their bloodline came from. Yeah, they hijacked it. They hijacked it until they made themselves. They put themselves in a damnation situation. But they love the power of the devil, because Yahushua said that I'm going to make them a synagogue of Satan. And are they not a synagogue? Come on now. Are they not? Look at the music industry. Look at the political. Look at the financials. Look at all the things in this system. Are they not of that synagogue of Satan? They dibble and dabble till they backstroking right now. They got so much, they backstroking in their sins. They're not trying to entertain judgment. They're going to hold on to the lie until the Most High stands up and says, look here, y'all people done took this too far. Shalom, we got next. Shalom. I'm telling you, brothers, it's in the air. And what they plan on doing when it comes to this financial situation, brothers and sisters, no, it's not scary. It's concerning, not scary. We're going to do what we're going to do. And if the Most High, I mean, if this is His will, that we continue to try to put things together and try to survive in things, it may be His will. In order for Him to show us His power, in order for Him to show us His power, did He not do the same thing with Pharaoh? He told Moses, He said, I kept him alive. The Most High told Moses, I kept that man alive. to show him my powers, and at the same time to show Israel my powers. One, he was working that in both directions. The Egyptians will know exactly who the Most High is, and he allowed Pharaoh to continue to live. That's what he did. He allowed Pharaoh to continue to live so that he can see his power. Now, if you are if you want to talk about, I don't know, I can't even know what to call this man, the Pharaoh. I mean, all the stuff that was happening to him, to them, but at the same time, his flesh was strong. His flesh was very strong because he did not want to let those Israelites go. Every nation that held on to Israel, never forget this, Yahudims. Any nation that held on to Israel became a kingdom, became richer, holding on to Israel. Look it up. Don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. I said Israel. Now, there had to come a rich nation that will come out of the Yahudims, because we're the only ones at the four corners of the earth. And here we are, living in the brave and the bold. This is that one the Most High was talking about when he was telling Abraham, you're going to go to a land that is not yours. And we all over the world. But within all of that, if you brothers and sisters look at what the Most High did, he streamlined it. Started breaking things down. Yeah, he got his people in South America, North America, East, West. He started breaking it down. Where's this wild beast at? Where's this wild beast going to come out of? And that beast showed itself. It reared its head. It stood up. It started conquering. And it made its way. And it gave birth to the place they call the United States. Now that beast is standing out on this continent. Hoo-wee. And that beast is of a people. That beast is claiming to be somewhat of that beast. It's claiming to be us. That's what that beast is doing. We don't argue with the people. We don't. That's one thing we don't do. It's like a waste of breath. Well, it is a waste of breath. It is a waste of breath to go back and forth with the people. They claiming you're not, scripturally speaking. We have the scriptures that we go by. They can see they can say this and they can say that. It's like they're talking to the wall when it comes to us, because we maintain that faith as to who we are. That's what we do. And we do that proudly. If you want to talk about Black people really getting into worship for the nations, this is the worst time for them and for us to be waking up to truth. Waking up to truth. That's going to be a difficult thing for them. And this is the reason why the scripture says, hey, when I was talking about the beast doing all these type of signs and everything, that it was if possible, to mislead his chosen. Satan knows exactly who he's fighting against. He knows exactly who he's fighting against. And it's each and every last one of you. What Sister E and the sisters are putting together, or has put together, is for the benefit of all of Israel. Now, for those that say they want to go to Africa and things of that nature, so be it. I'm not mad at you. But truthfully, if you're talking about going to Africa, you need to have um, you're going there to do something. You're going there to do something, because when it's all over said and done, Sister Hazel, Sister Monica, Sister Kathy, Sister Linda, Sister Hazel, all of us are blood related. All of us are blood related. Physically, mentally, and spiritually, we're blood related. Now, listen to what I'm saying. How is it that, and I'm not knocking brothers, if that's what you want to do, you do your thing. But if you go there and then you get into a position where you're comfortable, you're sitting back, I ain't worried about the I'm not in the United States. Okay, fine. But when Yahushua comes back and he asks, what did you do to help your brothers out in Babylon? You knew you had brothers and sisters still back there. You had blood relatives back there. What did you do in this continent to help the brothers back home, or even on that continent? What did you do? See, now it's going to get back down to this the money exchangers. When Yahushua gave one, other was it 10, other one 5, the other one 1, instead one is holding it. So now, yeah, you brothers that that have this mad dash of getting up out of here. What is that mad dash for? Is it something personally that you're doing? And this is just, a question out in the air. Is this something that you're going to do personally? And then once you get there, oh, I'm straight, I'm good. I ain't got to worry about the beast. You do. Yes, you do. You still got to worry about the beast. You do. Now you will escape some things that this country is known for doing. But some of the things that Satan does, he does here and he does there. So, shalom, Brother Ricky. So my purpose is, asking that is, are you going over there just for your own personal salvation? If you can't even think about your own brothers and sisters, how in the world you think the Most High is supposed to think about you? Like I was saying yesterday, you got little bitty babies that's caught up in a child welfare system. Parents may be dead, maybe on drugs, or whatever the situation may be. They there in Babylon. They don't have the knowledge nor the power to move about to another country. See, now, these are the things we're not thinking about. When you grown and you have this mindset, oh no, if you don't want to go, hey, that's your business. If you like Babylon, it ain't the fact that brothers and sisters like Babylon. Shalom, Sister Tracy. It's not the fact that brothers and sisters like Babylon. There are financial restraints that's going to slow the roll of brothers and sisters. And then at the same time, you can't sit up here and tell a brother or sister they're going to be destroyed. You cannot do that. You're not the Most High. You cannot sit up here and put your hands on the Most High's hand and call judgment. You cannot do that. You can do it. You can do it. But you may find yourself under judgment. Granted, the Most High is not an Elohim of confusion, but the devil is. The devil is. If the Most High called you to, hey, leave this country, boom, trust and believe. Everything is going to be set up for you to do what you need to do. You're going to move. You're going to get up and you're going to get out. You're going to be smart about it. You're going to be smart about it. You want to use wisdom. From afar, you're going to use discernment. You're going to do all of these things because you know exactly who told you to do this and who told you to do that. Yes, things look gruesome. Things look very gruesome here in Babylon. It does. Some of the things that they're talking about doing, it's like you seeing have you brothers and sisters ever seen this? It was a series. It was called The Incredible Hulk. And I'm talking about what year was that? Was it late 70s? Late 70s? And when he, when the Hulk get mad, he go from a skinny old puny white guy to a big muscular green guy. His pants, his shoes, everything started to rip. That's what's happening with this system, brothers. The same thing is happening with it. And it's like Hulk had an uncontrollable anger. That's what he has. This system is the same thing, brothers. That's right. Hey, you can call it a belly of the beast, and the belly of the beast got gas. That's what he got. Beano ain't helping this gas. It's going to explode. Yes. You're right. In the belly of the beast. And this beast got a bad gas situation. That gut is filling up. The beast can't hardly breathe. And then one day, he can't even pass gas. He's hemmed up. This system is hemmed up. I tell you, we have an opportunity. I'm gonna just say to Brother Ricky, what led you? Because Brother Ricky, him and his family, they live in Africa. What led you to go to Africa? Is it, just happened, what led you, what moved you to go to Africa? And if y'all want to talk about somebody that's loving it and enjoying where he's at, Brother Ricky is one. And you better not say anything about Zambia. If you tell, I really wish I could come visit Zambia, Brother Ricky go sell you on that. He go sell it to you. All right. There you go. Because see, you're going to know, brothers. You're going to know what the Most High is telling you what to do. You know what you go, boom, he wakes you up and he go tell you. I kid you not, brothers. For me, it was a year before the year return. So that was what, 2018? I think 2019 is when they were talking about the year of return. I could be wrong. And I'm telling you, brothers, I had one of the strongest desires to go to Africa. I did. And I was all on the internet looking up, looking at different countries and things. I was all on YouTube, just looking at these different, countries in Africa. I kid you not. And at this particular time, I was slightly woke. I had brothers and sisters that was talking to me about, different things. And I ran into this sister. She was telling me she was Israel. And then I ran into this other sister, her son. They was talking about they was Israel. I tell you, what you say, born in San Francisco. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. I tell you, brothers. Um, when the Most High calls you to go somewhere, you get up and you go. You get up and you go. But he got you going there for a legitimate reason. He got you going there. It ain't, going up there, kick up your toes and pop your knuckles and things of that nature. You sit back, uh, getting fat. No, you going there on business. You going there on business. Cause see now, granted now, brothers and sisters, and like I said, I'm not knocking brothers and sisters um, wanting and making plans to getting out of here. You know, um, I'm not. But there should be. You should have a. You should have a reason. I mean, not no more a reason. A concern for your brothers and sisters, not just there on the continent, but also for your brothers and sisters that are still in Babylon, because right now, if brothers and sisters are going to Africa, you're still in captivity. Because if you look at Revelation chapter 12, Yahushua said that he said that at that wilderness, the Most High would take you away. He would take us away from the face of the devil. That's what he said. He would take us away from the face of the devil. Oh, excuse me. That's what he said. And so we're at this point, brothers, where we have to start looking out for our brothers a whole lot more. That's where the unity is going to come in at. And if you really want to, and if you really just want to be that person, when it said, Yahushua said, when these people came up to him claiming, "Hey, we took care of you," and all this stuff here and there, all that, he was like, "Wait a minute. When I was in prison, did you come and minister to me? When I was hungry, did you feed me?" And then he was like, "The fact that you did not do it to the least of my people, listen to me, the least of my people, you did not do it to me." Just because the system give you welfare, brothers, just because they give you food stamps, the Most High is looking at that a whole lot deeper. He knows, oh, you gave food stamps. You gave my people food stamps. He said, but then you took the fathers out of my people's house. You separated the father from the son. Shalom, Brother Robert. This is what you did. Oh, you gave a little money. Mm-hmm. But you still took the fathers out. You brought in, you separated the mothers from the daughter. Everything they claim they gave Israel still found themselves under judgment. Everything. This system is twisted. It is absolutely twisted. And what it did, it got the Most High's attention. Yeah. And if you really want, Sister Hazel, and if you want a kingdom divided, if you want that king and that queen to be upset, yeah, you come and you bring in a division. What happened? They knew exactly. We need to break up this black man with this black woman. We need these niggas at odds. That's what the system said. And that's what the system did. Got it to a point where brothers, I don't want to deal with no a black woman. I'm gonna hit you on this one. Now, brothers and sisters, I do not curse in conversation. Let that be known. I do not. I think it shows what's the word? A limitation of vocabulary for people that do a lot of cursing. That's just me. When our people got to a point and they succumbed to discouragement, it was our brothers who allowed the system to get the best of them. It was going to happen, brother. It's not. There's no excuse. When you start calling your woman a bitch, and you start calling her a hoe, and you are the leader, you're the king, brothers. You can't get mad at these sisters who come out to be hoes and bitches. You put it in their heads, so eventually it's sunk in. It's sunk in. Then you turn back around, brothers. You turn back around and say, well, they ain't this, they ain't that, you can't trust them, and so this, and you can't do. You put that in their head. And the music industry assisted you with that. You fed into it because, hey, you call a black woman a bitch, man, you can get millions of dollars. That's what Israel did. That's the thing, brothers. That's the thing. We did that, brothers. And now it's time for us to, brothers, it ain't time. It's always been time for us to lift these sisters up. I'm not saying all our sisters are, that fed into it. The strong ones did not. And if you look at, let me just go with, I'm gonna go with my family. My uncle. I never did I never looked up to him. I never did. I never looked up to him. I always asked myself, why is it he kept on beating up on these women? And I was small. I didn't know what was going on. Shucks, I did. But he was always calling these women bitches, hoes. My father, he sat right there and let my brother do what he did what he did. Now as a young child, I'm sitting there, I'm taking this stuff in. And I did not realize my uncle was a pimp. Well, called himself a pimp. And that's how he would treat the women. And then when you get grown and then you wake up and I'm playing all of this stuff back now in my head. I'm playing all of this stuff back in my head. But it backfired on my uncle. Because he used to beat these women so much. So I was like, man, got to be joking me. Where he be hitting it, knocking in the kitchen, she knocking over dishes and everything. My father just be sitting there. And that's the thing that got me. And it's just like, man, me and my brothers, we was When I say we were small, we had to be less than 10 years old. We seeing this stuff. And my father just sitting there, let him knock this woman all over, including what is it? My grandmother, their mother. Oh, let me tell you something though. He was beating that woman so bad. He was beating this woman so bad. And he knocked her over, you know, like I said, it was in the kitchen, and knocked her over some dishes. Ooh, what did he do that for? And I know he can't do it now. But when she got back up, she wrapped her hand around a butcher knife. When I say a butcher, I mean a butcher knife. And it wasn't the small ones. And she was in fear of her life. She was in fear of her life. She broke that bad book off in his chest. When I say broke it, if anyone knows, you have your chest here, but that's a bone. If they ever go do heart surgery, they got to crack that bone right there to get to your heart. This woman went through that bone with that knife. It went through the bone and she broke the handle. Yeah. That's what happened to my uncle. He died. Mm-mm. And I'm just thinking about this stuff from when I was a child till I got up to being a teenager. Because at this time I was like a teenager. When he get to beating up on the women, I left my father's house. I left and I go back home. But see, this is where this feeding into a system, and I'm talking to brothers. When you feed into a system and you just jump on board because you feel, hey, there's money to be made, to put yourself in a position to be over someone, but at the same time, the person that you're being over with, you're pushing them further and further down the back wall, down a hole, and making them feel worthless, wearing out a person. That's what we did. We did that dumb stuff. And now we have to undo a lot of things that has been done. We got to do our Sister E was asking for brothers to join this project, Goshen. I knew it was going to come up. I knew it. We just cannot be sitting off in the cut, brothers. When these brothers have that prayer, the prayer time, brothers, it'd be a lot more sisters on those prayer coming up there praying than brothers. At least we should be somewhat trying to be, what's the word? An equal amount of brothers on these channels voicing our kingship. Telling these sisters, sister, trust and believe, there's not an ounce of bitch in you. Sister, believe, there's not an ounce of hoe in you. Put these sisters back on, brothers, there is no way you're going to get up, sit on the throne without that queen being there. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're not going to continue to put that woman down and think you're going to rise. The Most High is not having that. She is a compliment to you. There's no other woman on this planet or any other nation that the Most High has and that's going to sit in that seat. I don't care how much you want that light-skinned, what did that sister say? Blonde, beach blonde. What was that sister say? I know you sister know what I'm talking about. That politician that got into the Gentiles got into a world, beach blonde and badly built body or whatever. I don't care how much you want to have that person in that seat. That seat that's next to the king's seat is absolutely reserved. Nobody else is going to sit in that seat. Shalom, Sister Daya. Nobody's going to sit in that seat except a child of Israel. That is that woman. That is that woman. Jasmine Crockett. Yes. And see, this is what some of the brothers are trying their best to do, to put somebody else in that seat. You're not going to put another woman in that seat, Israel. When I tell you, brothers, the apple did not fall far from the tree. It did not. A lot of us is like King Solomon. We want to dibble and dabble with foreign women when the Most High told us not to. Just like Samson. That woman, she plotted until she had him murdered. Well, she didn't have him murdered, I'm sorry. She betrayed him. When the Most High says stick with your people, hey, he give you a command and he don't shield you from it. Because when it's all over said and done, you have free will to do what you want to do. Either you can do things according to the Most High's will, or you go suffer the consequences. In Israel, and I'm talking about you brothers today, we suffered from that. We suffered for that. The words that come out of your mouth can bring life, and it can bring death. And brothers, we did it. We did it. We did it. Even you may not have been that brother who called a woman a bitch or a hoe, but you like that music. You might as well. I'm guilty of it. It had that little nice beat or whatever, but it just shows you the strength, the elusiveness of Satan and his system. I'm telling you, because that beach blonde, bad built bush body is not going to sit in that queen seat. She's not going to sit in that seat. And frankly, Israel, I mean, keep on trying. She's not going to sit in that seat. If you want the Most High to rise up and show you exactly, he's telling you. There's not going to be another woman on this planet that's going to sit in that seat. And the women that we have knocked down, no, brothers and sisters, it's time for us, and the brothers. It is absolutely that time to raise our sisters up. You're not going to rise without them. And that's a fact. We can sit here and talk about them. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters, I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I got my son's mother. Ooh, you want to talk about somebody that can work a nerve? Yes, she can work a nerve. But some things, brothers, has to be put on a back burner for the greater good. And this is for the greatest of all good. Until we rise up, Israel, the world is always going to be in some type of destitute situation. It's going to be in it. When I say that this stuff went global, it went global. It did. But the media knew exactly. Brothers and sisters, go on there and look up. You go on YouTube, and I'm gonna show you. And go on YouTube, type in exploring Africa, or look for a tourist guide in Africa. nightlife. Oh, brother, you go see more and more of our sisters in a provocative situation. Especially, oh, it's worse now. It's worse now because of AI. AI has up its game. If you think I'm joking, brothers, go look at it. Typing these things, you always go see our sisters mingled in the pictures, showing them off as seductive, like in a prostitute situation. That's what you're going to see. And brothers, truthfully, we need to clap back on that. It's going to be an uphill battle because you got some of our brothers that's taking part of it. We got to clap back at it. The better we understand this, brothers, that there's not going to be another woman that's going to sit in that seat. The sooner we understand that, the better off we're going to be. Keep your eyes off of the nations. And I don't care if she got a big butt, hips, and everything. Man, that's called that pimp game. Then you go in there because of your flesh. And then you're going to find out, man, she turned on me. No, she ain't turned on you. You turned on yourself. You turned on yourself. Instead of you abiding by the spirit, you dove into this flesh. They'll show a white girl so quick on the YouTube channel with hips and butts and everything. They thinking they done found the mother lode. That's the thing that we getting a lot of brothers. The same thing that happened back with Moses is happening right down to this very day. The same thing that happened to our forefathers is happening right back down to this day. Some of our brothers, they start looking at those foreign women, boom, they went around. They did not know that those women was a plot. There was a wolf. They were the wolf. This is what they did. I said, no, this is how we can get to Israel. Cook some meat, sacrifice it to our gods, send our women over there with this meat and invite them to come over. Israel, those men went right over there and did that. And the Most High caused a sickness and it killed a lot. I think the scripture said it was like 25,000 of them. That's what he did. This is where Israel went wrong. Those men. One, they knew that they knew they need to stay in the camp of Israel. They knew this. They knew this. But what they didn't know, they went over there eating that meat that was sacrificed to another god. If you want to talk about a jealous Elohim, hey, we're all from him. His name is Yahuwah. That's who we're from. He's very jealous of his people. They went over there eating on some meat and sleeping with foreign women. That's what they did. And then at the same time, they're provoking the Most High's anger. But if Phineas did not take that sword and went into, and because this, I mean, Israel, if you're reading the scriptures, brother, you be like, wait a minute, our forefather, they kind of bold. They bold. Had the woman, brought her into the camp of Israel, went into his tent, and called himself go, do his thing. And he took that sword, went in him and threw the woman, killed them both. That's when the Most High stopped that plague. That's when he stopped the plague. But you know what, Sister Pixie? Um, they care. Sister, when I say there's something in the air, this is just me, spirit that's upon the Most High. If they don't care, trust and believe. The Most High is going to show them something. You're going to care. You're going to care. I was just talking to my cousin last night. They thought, man, it ain't none of my business. If you got two guys over there, they homosexual, it ain't none of my business. And should nobody so and so say? I said, bro, what do the scriptures say? Well, I'm not too much in the Bible. That's the reason why you don't care. That's the reason why you don't care. I said, in our history, most I said those people had to be anybody that was doing something like that. You committed you knew that this woman was married, you knew that, and you went over there and you're supposed to be put to death, stoned by Israelites. So Sister Pixie, no, if they don't care, they will care. This is what's going down. We got a lot of things, brothers and sisters, to contend with. We seeing a dying system. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing a dying system. Literally. This is what we're witnessing. A dying system. A system saying, hey, we're about to bring in that beast system. That ain't the fact that it's dying. Somebody went in the back of that system head and said, hey, look at they got that bullet right there in the back of that beast's head. It's time for you to go ahead and take a nap. That's where we're at now. You think you hear the birds early in the morning. You think you're seeing the sunrise. One day, brothers, it's going to be a whole different plateau, a whole different platform. It's about to be unleashed. That's what's about to happen. A whole different system, beast that's about to be unleashed. And brothers, what do you think? Who do you think you need at that particular time? If you think it's just go you and your boys, you still missed the point. You're going to have that woman that the Most High is telling all of us, stay within your own people. Christendom tells you, oh, we all God's kids, children. We're not. They did not want us to come up with that understanding. And when you do come up with the understanding, oh, you prejudiced. Before I was anything prejudiced, you was prejudiced against me, first and foremost. We did not come up with the color barrier. They did. They did that. This is that time, brothers. It seemed like it may be an impossible task to take up. It's not. The only way it's impossible. The only way it is impossible to lift up your sisters, brothers, is when you don't want to do it. That's the only time it's going to be impossible to lift up your sisters, is when you don't want to do it. And the same thing goes for sisters, but more so brothers. More so brothers. Hold on, Sister Pixie, that's the brother Mike. Most of them think along the lines of that black man who was unalive by his own snow bunny too. Sister, I tell you, Sister Pixie, that you hit below the belt. You hit below the belt, but you're telling the truth. I've seen brothers get on YouTube and say, "No, I'm not attracted to black women for this reason here and that reason there." And I've seen, ooh-wee. Mm, mm. That's some. That's a blow, and it seems that the Most High is not taking that. He's not taking that lightly. When these, I mean, it seems like now that these brothers get out here and they get with these what you call snow bunnies. Mm. It's like the Most High is showing you, brothers. You can dibble and dabble if you want to. You just may pay a very high cost of dabbling. I mean, well, yeah, that's right. We do have the self-hate, Sister Pixie. But when you woke, and you while you alive and awakened, and you still go out there, I know a brother. I know a brother. He knows that we're Israel, but he can't. He just cannot get him enough of Asian women. I was like, well, brother, you keep on dancing with the devil. I mean, I said, I'm not trying to do the two-step with the devil. Shalom, brother Jotham. That's true, brother Jotham. I mean, it's hmm. It's going to be on both sides. And you ain't lying. I mean, bruh, you're not lying. And then you know what you're saying is true. There was some sisters in Ghana at the point of no return at that thing for when they was shipping slaves out. They was up there, doing some stuff, man, and it got people's attention, and it's on both, but mm, brother, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I can't argue with you on that because they are. But I mean, but still, at the same time, we have to heal one another. We're gonna have to redeem one another. That's what the Most High is telling us. He's showing us what we need to do. He's telling us what we need to do. Yes, you're right. And it ain't just the sisters here in the United States. We're talking about across the board. You're talking about we're talking about sisters that's in Africa, deep in the village. Why is it that our sisters are standing out amongst all other nations? You think we're the only ones being intimate? No, we're not the only ones. Why is it that our sisters up there, you know, dancing and things all on the internet? You think we're the only ones? That stuff is orchestrated by the devil and the people that's controlling the media. That's what's happening. You're still under captivity. You still have people controlling systems. They're orchestrating what they want to put out there. They know this is just not about her dancing nude or naked or what. This is Israel. They're going to use any and everything against us to keep us lowly. The low-minded thinking person. That's all this system is hell bent on doing. Yes, you want to have some brothers that act, that say, no, man, I'm gonna continue to be a dog, nigga. Please, you gonna get judged on it. Sisters, no, I'm gonna continue to go out there and get that money. You gonna be judged on it. And the people that push it out there, that instigate it, they most definitely go get judged on it. The nation has been instigating us for thousands of years. They knew exactly these men, Israel, these are some physical people. They love women. Bring out these women, sacrifice that meat to our God. That's what got our brothers, our forefathers in trouble. Balaam couldn't go in there and curse Israel. But they knew that they have a jealous Elohim. The nations knew this. They preached against themselves and brought themselves under judgment. Because once the Most High got finished with the plague and disciplined Israel, he told Moses, get the men together, go up against Balaam, Moab. He told them, go in there and destroy them. And he went right in and did that. Yes, he did. Went right in and did just that. What makes you think that the Most High is not looking at the same thing that what those nations did? They doing the same thing, Israel. They sitting right here and plotting against you. They plotting against us. That's true. I understand what you're saying, Sister Pixie. You lay down with a dog, you wake up with fleas. Did not the scriptures say, do not give what is holy to dogs? Who are the holy people on this planet, Israel? Who are the holy people? Who are the holy people? When the Most High says, ooh. See, brothers and sisters, this is the reason why I was talking about a month ago or so about abiding by the Spirit and laying down that flesh. We're seeing right now what that flesh can do to you. We're seeing in live time what this flesh can do to you. You're right, Sister Hazel. That holy people is us. That holy people is us. You go out there and you're taking your holiness, brothers. You're taking your holiness and you giving it to a dog. You're going to. That's what you did. That's what you're doing. And we say, man, hold on for a moment, Israel. All righty. Do you all hear me now? I think this thing takes a moment for it to kick back in. There you go. All right, sorry about that. brothers and sisters, when the Most High says, do not give what is holy to dogs. I mean, what? How do you think you need to take that? Like what Sister Hazel said, the holy people is us. So if you have a sister that went out there and married a Gentile, mhm, she took what is holy and she gave it to mm, brothers. I'm sorry, gave it to a dog. That's what was done. Yeah, in captivity, brothers, we did not know that we was holy. We didn't. But when you are awaken, and you know who you are, and you can. Samson knew exactly who he was. Samson knew exactly who he was. Solomon knew who he was. And by the grace of the Most High, he said, due to Israel unfaithfulness, salvation came to the nations. Why did the Most High say that? Because he knew we was going into captivity. He knew that we was going to lose our heritage. He knew we would not know who we were. He knew these things. He said them because his holy people went into captivity. His holy blood, his holy blood. When I say his holy blood, I'm speaking of every last one of you, brothers and sisters, went into the nations. I would say the majority of it was by force. It was by force. They took what was holy. That's what they did. And then when the churches came by and they was talking about we all one people, we believed that dumb stuff. We did. We believed it. And brothers and sisters, if you really want to sit back and let this soak in, just think about all the hurt that the Most High is going through right now. Think about all the hurt that he has been witnessing of his people and our disobedience and the low cost it costs us. And I say low, I'm talking about being trampled upon. That's uh, that's the hurt that the Most High is feeling. We did this. Now it's time for us, brothers and sisters, going forward to right a wrong, stand within our own families, getting away from talking about, I want a baby with good hair. Who told you? Who told you that that baby with that nappy hair was bad? Only a people told you that. A nation of another people told you that, and you believed it. It's time for us to grab. It's time for us to redevelop our backbone when it's all over said and done. That's what it boils down to being. Getting away from all of these things. Brothers, did you all know that our forefathers, they sported gold earrings? If not in one ear, at least in two ears. Did you brothers know that? Y'all thinking that some of these brothers walk around with ears and you thinking they just trying to be, whatever. No, brothers, we did that back in, our forefathers did that. Read the scriptures. Our hair is not bad. It's not. They making you think, we got to get away from all of that. I mean, you got to like strip and rip strip and rip this world line of thinking away from you. If you want a contrast, no, you can't even have a contrast. I know some brothers out there telling me they can, yeah, once it's so, we get through and then we'll be able to marry a Gentile. I ain't seen a scripture in the Bible to support that. That support that. And I told that brother the same thing. I said, man, where you getting that nonsense from? The scripture never said nothing like that. But they got that lust to get with the nation. And you keep on nursing that, you're going to find yourself in sin. One brother said some dumb stuff on YouTube one time, one of the camps. I was like, no, pimp, I don't know what you talking about. He was talking about something with Gentiles, how they was going to go into slavery. But he was talking about, it was more of an essay thing. We Israel, we're the ones, the Most High is calling out and rising up. We're going to have to take that stand and do what we're supposed to be doing. Your kids, your grandkids, this is that time you need to put it into them. It ain't the fact that we're going to be talking about preaching hatred. No, we don't preach hatred. We're going to show them this is the reason why you need to come home with a person that look like you, think like you, and must be of you. Because if you take my blood right now, and you take Sister Pixie blood, Sister Monica, you go find out we all related. That's when I say, when the Most High says, excuse me, when the Most High said this, he said blood is sacred to him. It's holy. It is absolutely holy. It's holy. And he streamlined a bloodline of a people. Started with Abraham and Sarah. And then that was a big bloodline. Then he streamlined it on down to Isaac. And then that line got thinner when it came down to his two boys. It got thinner. And it streamlined down to Jacob and his 12 sons. That's what it did. And here we are right down to this very day. And with all of that streamlining of that bloodline, here we are in captivity. Here we are in captivity. And our bloodline, this holy, sacred bloodline has been infiltrated all over the earth. Everybody had a piece of us, as if we are a hoish nation. It's time for us to get ourselves together. It is absolutely time for us to get a hold of this. Now, you're understanding your bloodline, you're understanding how holy your bloodline is to the Most High. No, that's that time you have to, excuse me, we have to get a hold of ourselves, understand your bloodline. And we inculcate that to our kids. This is how important your bloodline is. We're that generation, Israel. That's who we are. We're of that 400-year captivity. We come to appreciate it. When you appreciate that bloodline, every child that comes into this world that is of Israel, that's a holy person. And the more we understand that, we live that, we be about that. When you teach these kids the reason why they're holy, they go, no, oh, this is how I must conduct myself. Brothers and sisters, what we're seeing right now is a learning process. We learned from this. That's what we did. We learned from it. Now it's time for us to do better and going forward with this awakening. That's what we need to do. And we should be doing it. Yeah, I know some of you heard some of these brothers around here talking about they had last year, the Passover, they had strippers in there. I mean, brothers and sisters, let me tell you this. This is the reason why I say you have to pick your association wisely. You got to. Just because you got kin folks, and I say kin folks, that don't mean that they gonna be the ones you need to be hanging with, that you need to be contended with. Bad association spoils useful habits. That's what it does. It spoils useful habits. And this is the thing, brothers and sisters. We got to continually, be true, even when it comes to our brothers and sisters. You're right. They're not like us. They may be Israel too now. They may be Israel, but they're not like us. That's the thing. Because there's a fleshly side, there's a spiritual side. And this is the reason why, brother, if y'all think this flesh is a weak thing, just by fasting can prove to you how strong that flesh is. Go ahead and say you want to fast for 12 hours, 14 hours, 24 hours. Go ahead. If you think I'm joking, put your flesh to the test. If you want to see how strong your flesh is, put that flesh to the test on a minor level. Don't make a vow. I just said put your flesh to the test. And say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do a 24-hour fast. Ooh-wee. Yeah, you gonna see how strong it is. And then you're gonna start to understand how weak your spirit is. So now, when you want to put your flesh to the test, put it to the test. Because now you're going to understand, man, my spirit is that weak. That's what you need to be alerted to. How weak is your spirit? When you recognize your spirit is weak and your flesh is strong, that needs to be reversed. It needs to be reversed. It needs to be reversed quickly. It needs to be reversed. Brother, if you think I did it, that's the reason I'm speaking about it. Other brothers and sisters, they may do it like a 5-6 hour fasting. Go to 24 hours. Go for 3 days. Go for 3 days. You go see. You'll be going to bed or walking through the day thinking about food. That ain't you. That's your flesh. That's your flesh. Your flesh is trying to control you. That's what that is. But when you start to realize the strength of your flesh, that's going to be your spiritual awakening, because you will understand, man, my spirit is that weak. And you can succumb to anything with a weak spirit. That's the thing that can be very scary in this walk. Because now you know what you need to do. You know exactly what you need to do now. You need to get your spiritual side strengthen. You need to weaken a fleshly side. And that's what it's going to boil down to, brothers and sisters, once we go into the wilderness. It's going to be about your flesh and your spirit when it's all over said and done. You too, Brother Robert. You be safe out there, brother. And let me tell you something, and let's not get it misunderstood. The most I did was 2 days. But brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. And just because you go do 2 days, I'm gonna tell you that flesh is it's elusive. Listen to me, brothers. I did 2.5 days. And when I say days, I'm talking about two. Wait a minute. I did 3 days and 2 nights. Ooh. Man, then you get a taste of food, you eat this, you eat that, that flesh takes right back over after you're done. When I say brothers, this has to be something habitual. Habitual. It has to be, for me, but let me do it that way. Because I know this thing, what that brother in Africa did, and I'm going to tell you what he did, though. But it got him arrested, though. With me, I would say it has to be more habitual because I want to do things on a schedule and not a schedule, in a way that I know I'm a fast here. Because my thing is, I'm trying to destroy the flesh, period. I know exactly how weak my spirit is. So when it gets to that flesh and you feeling hungry, brothers and sisters, you ain't got to sit up there and go eat you a 3-course meal. Eat you a salad and have it already in your mind what you're going to do. You know exactly what you're going to do. And it's the amount of food. Because if you fasted for 3 days, your flesh is gonna make like, man, you ain't ate in 40 days. That's what your flesh is gonna make you feel like. And then you're gonna look at your fast and be like, man, I fasted for this long, and I turn back around, man, you're gonna get mad at yourself. Because now you're gonna know that your flesh took over. So even though you may go 2 days or a day fasting, it's when you get ready to break that fast where your strength is going to come in at. I kid you not, brothers. It's going to be, your test is going to be when you're getting ready to break that fast, how you going to break it. Your body go like, oh yeah, we go get us some burger and some fries and some chicken wings. We go turn up. That's what your flesh is thinking is going to do. But it's going to be you and that spirit that's going to make that determination. No, we will eat a salad and a piece of bread or whatever, and we go keep it moving. And the more you do that, that's when you done put your flesh under control. And that spirit is right there first and foremost. And if you really want the Most High's attention, put that spirit first. Put that spirit first. You're talking about having a whole conversation with the Most High because now you chose to do something that the vast majority of people are not doing. And it's by means of grace that a lot of us are living. But when you start to recognize what you need to do as a person, as a holy person, and that is to alleviate the strength of the flesh and abide by that spirit, that's what we need to do. That's where we at, brothers. These are the things that are in the air. These are the things that's in there. These are the things that we're about to be beholding. It's going to get to the point. I mean, we are at that point. Hey, you're going to continue to live on your flesh. And then when I say this, I'm talking about brothers and sisters, more so brothers. You want this snow bunny? That realize that these snow bunnies realize one thing. They know If I want that black man, I got to be shaped like a black woman. You don't think they know this, brothers and sisters? They know exactly what they need to do. They got a little extra fat on their body. They go put it in the right place to get that holy man's attention. Everything, brothers and sisters, that I've spoken about is based upon that flesh and the spirit. We have Sister E's project of Goshen, getting brothers and sisters together, see how we can work these, what we can put together in order for us to take care of one another during the tough times that are scheduled to be here. Now, when I say destroy the flesh, I'm not saying that, we go kill ourselves. No, we know we need food to eat. They're putting things in place for that. We have a shortage of brothers. We need brothers more so to take the lead, come in and help. That's a given, which I already knew. I knew it was, we're going to need the brothers. But this is what we have in place, brothers, and this is what we're trying to put in place, rather, and things of that nature. Like I was telling them yesterday, I would say by the beginning of next month, I'm starting to build. I got to go buy me a chop saw, table saw, drills. I got to, buy my tools again, and I'm going to start building these beds. I am around my property. I'm going to section things off. Now, truthfully, I'm doing it to sell the house. I'm doing all that. I'm going to do some repairs around the house or whatever the situation may be. But I'm trying to sell the house as a homesteading. They already got, these raised beds, raising tilapia and using that water to using fish water as a fertilizer through all these plants. And I'm just trying to sell the house. That's all I'm trying to do. Make it appealing to the nation for the people that understand, hey, this man got a house for sale and he got all of this food that he's growing. Boom, that's all I'm trying to do. And sell that. But until then, brothers and sisters run up on hard times. And I live close to I ain't gonna say I live close. I live I think the last time I looked, it's like 3 hours from Brother Galen. And Brother Galen got some he has land. He's raising goats and things of that nature. 3 hours is not enough, not a lot of it's not, to me it's not a lot of driving. But if I'm growing some and I got a nice amount of a crop, and brothers and sisters are hungry, my thing is this: hey, drive over to Brother Galen and drop this stuff off, because somebody may live like north of him. Trust and believe, brothers and sisters, the Most High is going to work this out where we're going to be able to we will have the power to transport goods from here to there. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And and trust and believe, brothers. If anybody going to be affected by what this world is trying to put about, it's going to be you, Israel. You go be that scapegoat. They're going to use first and foremost. So get yourself prepared for this. Whether you woke or not, you're going to feel it first and foremost, because it's all about you. The world, please. That's casualty of war. That's what Satan looks at his system. It's you. He wants you. He wants you and your flesh first and foremost. He does not want that spirit. because he knows for a fact if you dive into your spirit, he ain't got nothing to battle you with. He can't even touch you. Matter of fact, he can't even look upon you because you chose to put that spirit first. I tell you, brothers, um, this is where we are literally standing. We literally are standing. Shalom, sister Zenobia. Man, I think I haven't seen sister Kamaya, and I seriously believe I think that I don't know how in the world I got to do this thing. Or I sure hate doing that because that's when that was a Silver Streak and thing was going on and everything, and I deleted her by. I mean, I did something to her by mistake. Mm. But brothers, that's what we boiled it down to. And so, in conclusion, brothers, walk on water. Walk on it. Think about it. Always thinking that you can walk on water, knowing that you can, not thinking about, knowing that you can walk on water, Israel. The example has already been done. And Yahushua told you what you need to do in order for you to walk on water. And I know it may sound like Brother Mike done lost his God given mind. I ain't lost it. I just believe in it. And the more you believe in Yahushua, what he did, the stronger you're going to get. But I'm telling you, brothers, it's that flesh. It's that flesh that you got to contend with. It's that flesh you got to fight with. It's that flesh. You got to pimp slap that flesh and put it back in its position when it's all over said and done. Because once you have that strong spirit, oh my goodness, you talking about walking on water? Man, please, you'll break out moonwalking on water when your spirit is strong. If you think I'm joking, brothers, put it to the test. Put it to the test. Start to manhandle your flesh in order to strengthen your spirit. When you can go and fast and you come back like, you know what, I've been fasting for 2 or 3 days. I'm going to eat me a little light salad. Oh, you talking about that flesh going to collapse. It's going to collapse and it's going to bow down to your wishes because now they recognize I need to get back in my proper place. Yes, I'm on the only reason the flesh is out of position is because of Hashatan. And that stuff was passed down from our forefathers, Adam and Eve. Walk on water, Israel. You can do it. I know for a fact you can do it. But we got to battle with that flesh. We got to control that flesh. And but when the spirit is before that flesh, it's going to know its position. It's going to stay in that position as long as you have the power to do so. That's the thing. And we do have that power. The devil do not want you to know what you need to do to that flesh. He does not want that spirit reigning supreme. Because the spirit is going to be going back and forth talking with the Most High. You will get your strength from the Most High. When that spirit is strong, brothers, I'm telling you, that's that spirit that was like, man, you could take my life, but I'm not going to sit up here and curse my Elohim. That spirit be willing to go. That's how strong. Now, that weak flesh, yeah, you will literally show just how strong your spirit is. If you do not want to be in that position, that compromising position, brothers, that spirit will have to be first and foremost. So, brothers and sisters, keep your head on the swivel, walk on water, supersede your flesh. and glorify your spirit in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. And we keep it moving. That's what we need to do. Brothers and sisters, tomorrow, I don't know what, oh, wait a minute, I got a site I got to do tomorrow. And I'm going to see how we can do this and things. But y'all willing. I do hope to be back on, if possible, tomorrow. And once I get the information from Sister E, I'm going to post it. I'm going to redo the banner for those that want to like donate to the organization or whatever situation may be. I mean, everything is not all about money, brothers and sisters. I mean, it could be time or whatever the situation may be. And so I'm waiting on her to send the information to me. And then I think for those that was on there, there's a link where you can, like I said, I got to get it from her. If not, brother, you can go into Sister E's channel, because it's on her channel, and then you can see what all you need to do in order to sign up for it and things of that nature. In order for us to help one another, and that's what she got going on. I signed up yesterday. And so I do look forward to being there on, I think she said Sunday evening is when they all come together. And because we seeing some danger on the horizon. In Israel, we supposed to, alert the brothers and sisters of impending danger. And majority of this danger is going to hurt more so single mothers. When it's all over said and done, that's who it's going to hurt. It is. But this is the reason why we need brothers, and things. But until then, brothers and sisters, stay up, walk on water, walk on the water. You Israel, supersede your flesh, and we abide by the Spirit. Shalom.